Are you subscribing or not?
Super made the hits.
Okay, so welcome. Oh my God. So first and foremost, this is one of the reasons why, okay, I wore a mask for I was just always wearing like a mask and stuff like that for like the pandemic or whatever. So, so the other day, um, I mean, this wasn't pandemic related. It was just because like there was like dust or whatever. I put on a mask so I could go ahead and try to like clean behind some blinds or whatever. But yeah, but that was actually one of the reasons why I stopped wearing a mask after about after 3 years. Because like I now break out whenever I have a mask on. So I need to like put one of those little stickers on there. Anyways, don't look at this. Okay, so okay, so as promised, I said I wanted to actually start talking more so about apprenticeship content. I'm kind of preparing a little bit of a video to just give my experience like as a whole with like how I went about with my apprenticeship, like discovering and finding an apprenticeship. So I do want to actually put that video together because I think I'm at the point in time now where I'm kind of comfortable with explaining it, and like explaining what type of setup that we have with my apprenticeship. Of course, I'm not going to give out like every little detail, but I'm going to explain it, um, and then also like kind of like explain, pretty much just like explain where I'm at with everything, because I think that it's like a very valid thing to actually talk about, and I wanted to actually share it with you guys. But this week in the life of me, a few things actually happened. Um, so first and foremost, this was my second week of apprenticeship, and I think yeah, second week, second, third, second week, third. I think I'm on my second week. Yeah, it's second. Anyways, I got my actual pro, I can't remember the word. Um I got my pro piercing kit. Yay! So I'm like really excited. I was thinking, should I do a separate video for it? Um I technically actually put video on TikTok and on Instagram. I probably need to upload that on probably need to upload that on YouTube as well. But I did actually get my actual kit. So I'm really excited about it. Like I said, I think I might I don't know, I already have a video for I already have a video that talked about what was inside of the kit. So should I rerun that, or should I just go ahead and like, yeah, you know, like I'm really debating about that, if I should, just break it on down. But yeah, I'll give you guys kind of a synopsis of what has come into here and everything. I'm really happy that I was able to go ahead and obtain my kit. For those of you guys who are new to the channel, I am actually a piercing apprentice. That means that I am currently learning how to pierce. I am learning in a hands-on approach where I'm not sitting in a shop looking crazy all day. I'm actually in a shop learning and performing said piercings. This week, I actually learned more of the ear piercings. I did some tragus piercings. I haven't done cartilage yet, but I did like tragus, earlobes. I did actually a few nose piercings as well, which was pretty cool. But yeah, so that's where I'm at. So got my professional kit now. And when I say professional kit, this kit actually is what professionals do use. So I have real tools. Yeah, it's like it's real stuff. So And I also want to say professional kit because I want to steer away from people assuming that I did one of those oh uh you know, just one of those weird little online programs. That's not what I did. Um, so okay, let's leave this right here. So first and foremost, we do have needles. So I pierce using needles. I was trying to do the YouTube thing where you go like, so we have needles. We have needles of different sizes because different piercings do require different needles. And like, yeah, they require different needles, as well as of course different gauge of jewelry. So you have the needle size, and then you essentially have your jewelry size. So size and gauge and everything. So we got that. Like I said, more needles. And these needles, for those of you guys wondering, these needles are considered sterilized. They are individually packaged. I'll let you guys know like what's sterile and what's not sterile. And then we have, of course, some belly button, rings, starter rings for the belly button, which was really great. Like I said, I do want to be able to go down to like go off the list and everything like that with everyone individually. Maybe I could actually record it on tomorrow so I can like do an official video so I can explain to you guys like the different gauges and everything like that. Because tomorrow, Sundays and Mondays, the shop is technically closed just for appointments only, so I should have enough time. So we have those. We have some nose piercings, so the nostrils. And everything is labeled, so the next video is going to be so much better. We have some labrets or labret. I think it is actually labret because I was reading a book and they're like the T is not silent. It is not French. So labrets. We have those little L-shaped ones that people put in people's noses. I actually hate those. I hate those. We have some industrials. Regular earrings. Some curved barbells, which go good with like rooks and everything like that. We have some barbells for nipples. Nipple, sorry. More earlobe. More belly button. Ideal for tongue barbells. We have quite a few. There are a few that are actually missing, and these are really good for triguses. We have a few that are missing, but they did get ordered when like because we did like inventory and everything like that when we went to go ahead and establish the kit, so it was cool. So all of those, none of those items are actually sterilized. So in order for them to be seen as sterilized, they do have to go through an autoclave. Like, there's a whole entire process. So none of these are sterilized, but before I use them, obviously, we're going to make sure that they get sterilized. This is just the kit. So the kit just comes with everything that we put together. Because mind you, if we go ahead and sterilize all these items individually, first and foremost, all those packets are not really going to fit in here. Some of them, of course, will, but not all of them. But then also, there, at least in the state of Florida, it only goes for 31 days. So that would mean that if I don't use all of this jewelry, then that means I would have to re-sterilize everything. So, like, run it through the autoclave all over again. And so, like, it's kind of counterproductive just to have a whole entire thing sitting here that is sterilized if I have to keep rerunning. So, yeah. We have some marking pens. These, in the state of Florida, actually have to be sterilized individually as well. And so, like, a lot of them do come prepackaged. But we had ordered from we had ordered from a company that does not pre-package theirs. So, like, you know, individually. So, these actually do go through the autoclave. We tested. They go through the autoclave. Then of course, we had wait, no, I'm gonna save those for last. Because like those are like the funniest things that are in my whole entire kit. So then of course we do have our tools. Now, we were talking about we were talking about the fact that like not everyone uses the proper tool names whenever they say, like, usually people just say clamps. Like, that's what people normally will just say. If you go to like a lot of people's piercing channels and stuff, they usually will say like clamps. But this is a measuring tool. So this is a measuring tool that that measures, I believe it's gauge. It's like jewelry gauge. I mean, you take it out the plastic and stuff like that and you measure. We have, or sorry, they don't say clamps. They say, well, they'll say like forceps. So then we have these slotted forceps. And I know that there's a difference between like Pennington and something something or whatever, but I'll give you guys, we're actually going to go through the actual names probably on tomorrow, because the goal was like to actually learn the actual names. And of course they also work as far as making sure that you're able to order some more. Like, you need to know what tools you are actually using so that if you do have to reorder, you know what's going on. So yeah, so these are slotted forceps. I will get the actual individual names of them, but these are slotted forceps. Watch me call all of these slotted forceps. Slotted forceps. These are just bigger. These are just bigger forceps. These right here. So if you see that, you see that? So these are actually used for septums. So I believe I want to call this the septum forceps. Don't look. I'm an apprentice, not a. I'm an apprentice. What you gonna say? More slotted forceps. More nosy nose. More septums. And these are actually. I want to say that they're. That's called hemostat forceps. I believe that that's how you say it. I don't think it's hemostat, but I think it's hemostat forceps. These forceps are actually some that you would find in like medical arenas. So you can find those at like at at like emergency rooms and stuff like that, you know, things of that nature. Like nurses actually use those, but we're able to use those to actually grab certain like backings for certain earrings, you know, so for certain rings and stuff like that. So that's tool wise what I have. Now, some of these, I did take out some of these so that everything would fit, because this thing was busting at the seams. So these are actually a lot more. We actually packed like she packed for me. This whole entire thing was to the brim. So I have all the extra ones inside of a separate bag, and I just like put that I put that away and everything. So I'll just like restock as I need to. So these are our gauze pads. These are in sterile packaging. So these are gauze sponges. They are actually 8-ply. Come in handy. Then we have our, let's see here, because this is a mixture. We have the alcohol prep pads. We have the lube as well. So we do have like lubricant in here as well. And then we also have the cotton tipped wood applicator. Look at that. So of course, like these are, I mean, I consider these basically to be our cleaning our cleaning tools, cleaning and prep tools. So I'm going to consider those to be. Then we have the bibs. Ooh. Bibs. I want to call them like dental bibs. But yeah, we do have bibs. Now, we utilize these bibs in the shop to go ahead and line up the tray. You know, like basically like the table, the little table that they scoot next to the chair and everything like that. We use that to line that up. Some people, they have used different type of film. They have used, you know, that plastic. I can't think of what it's called, but they use it in dentist office as well. A lot of times they put it on, like they'll put it on like the headlight and stuff like that. But basically what it does is that it presents a barrier between the tray and the items. So when I'm done doing my piercing, I actually am able just to ball everything up, you know, and dispose of everything properly. So it's a great way to be able to utilize the tray without having to utilize that tray and get everything on that tray. So it works as a great barrier. Then we have the fun parts. We have white people parts, okay? I said it. And the reason why I said it, so I said it on Twitter and they're like, oh, we feel like your post is harmful. Shut up. These are white people parts, okay? So what's interesting, I'll take this one out. Because of the nose. My nose doesn't look like this. My nose is more flattened. And it's more like spreaded. Right? So I call this, so when I was telling people about the white people nose, it was just kind of funny, but it's also like one of those things where I hope I can find more silicone molds in the, you know, in the long run that can possibly even represent people of different cultures. Like, I mean, I've pierced more black people with more flatter noses. So like I was just thinking to myself, dang, it would be nice to be able to see different types of nostrils, because you see how this nostril is like that. Um, like I said, I'm kind of my nostril is only like that if I lift it, right? So, I mean, I guess technically speaking, it could be kind of good because at least you could see what some people's noses look like elongated, like pushed up. But still, like it would just be nice to be able to actually see a nose that just has like a bit more creases in certain areas. Um but yeah, but this is the nose. And then the lips, right? And they have teeth. They got teeth in here. So yeah, so it's pretty cool. And then we have a belly button, a tongue. Of course, we have two ears. But yeah, we have a belly button, a tongue, and then we have an eye, which is pretty cool. So that is actually what is in my kit. That is actually what is in my kit. So I'm really excited that I got my kit, because like for me, this just feels like it's a step up. I feel kind of official now, because then I could take that around town and just like have my little thing, you know, and stuff like that. Um so yeah. Now at the shop is where I actually have my gloves. So like for anyone who's wondering, you know, like where your gloves, all of that jazz, they're actually at the shop. I have individually packaged sterilized gloves. So those are gloves. Oh man. I think I have like my old pair in the bathroom, like that I got from the health class, as well as like that I got when I went to go ahead and try on these gloves and everything like that in the shop. But basically those gloves, there's a whole entire procedure of how to put on sterilized gloves. Maybe I can make that a video as well, so I could show you guys, at least from what I was taught within the health class, of how to properly put on sterilized gloves. and not break the sterile field. Now, in that video, I may or may not accidentally break the sterile field. The goal is to not to. But yeah, so maybe that could be a video that I can actually cook up as well. So yeah, so overall, I'm like really, really, really excited that I have my kit, because it's kind of like, okay, I wanted to go ahead and do this. I started the apprenticeship, and it's like I'm actually not good enough, but it's like, boom, this is actually for real now, right? Like I'm actually official. Like, boom, I actually got an actual like professional kit created for me. And like, I mean, I'm happy. I know like a lot of people probably would be like, "Oh, just congratulations, yada yada yada, all that stuff like that." But like for me, it's more than congratulations. It's more of like, this has been something that it's going to help me out in the long run. For the last 3 years, I have not really gotten outside on a consistent basis. First and foremost, like, I mean, yeah, we had. It's not even about the pandemic, to be honest with you. Like, the pandemic was that has had nothing really to do with it. It's just been the fact that like becoming disabled has been very just treacherous. Like, it's made me scared that something bad was going to happen to me, which a few bad things did happen to me. Some stuff I've talked about to like, to like my friends or whatever. Some stuff I haven't talked about just because it's like I don't it's like, when you don't want to be that person that's having the issue all the time, but like me not going outside, like it's been just difficult. Like I've lost friends because like I'll tell them like, I'm not feeling well and everything like that. There was just like several times where I just couldn't go out the house. Like I just couldn't. um and so like for me to be able to actually get this far is like really, really, it's really good. um it's really good. I started having a fear that I would not be able to like basically just a fear that I wouldn't be able to have an income. I mean, yeah, granted, I do content creation for a living. So yeah, I do. I mean, I make video game content for a living and whatnot. But like, it's like, well, if I can't sit in a chair for long enough, right? It's just the fear of the environment in which I create content. I can't do that all the time. And so like I was like, well, dang, I can't even get a regular job um because in the state of Florida, there's a lot of jobs that you're not allowed to have any like THC in your system. You're not allowed to have, you're not allowed to do medical marijuana. Like, I actually got offered a job at the police station to be like one of those fingerprint technician. It was actually paying good money. I couldn't do it because they said that I'm not allowed to have that in my system, and they do random checks. And I'm like, well, it just plagued my mind. It was like, dang, what kind of job can I actually get where I it's not heavily intensive on my body. I am able to do, the things I need to take care of my pain, and that it doesn't require me to actually work a full 8 hours. Now, of course, if you get onto YouTube and you start looking at different piercers, they'll tell you about how their day goes. I understand that. Good thing about being in an industry that's based on arts, creativity, and whatnot is that not everybody has to be the same, right? When you're a shop owner, obviously there's more stuff that you have to put into maintaining your shop and everything. You may have way longer days and all that jazz. And, that's fine. That works for them. But me, I can't, I really, at this time, at least, I cannot necessarily afford to work a full 8 hours, just because like I'm gonna need to lay down, I'm gonna need to rest, just different things like that. So I can at least say that the position that I'm in right now, it is offering me some good opportunity to have some extra income. So I do like that. And I mean, it's been something that's been very interesting. I like the fact that like I said, I don't have to like contort myself. The chair that we actually use, it can go up and down first and foremost. So that means I don't need to constantly bend all the way over, right? There is a chair available in the event that I need it. Um, and I do sit in between the piercings. So I am able to get the rest that I do need. I'm able to, go ahead and have water. I'm able to actually like, work without overexerting my body. And I do appreciate that. So for me, like just being able to see like this kid is like, shoot, you've been conquering, right? Like you've really been you've been conquering. Like it's been great. So I'm like heavily excited about the fact that I got the kit. Um that was like one of the highlights of my week was being able to get the kit. Now, another highlight was that I was able to go ahead and see my friend Whitney, which was super duper cool. We went and we hit up a pretty much it's like a nerd shop. And that was inside the town center. That was pretty cool. We had some secret little business to go ahead and handle in there. It was really fun. It's always great to be able to see Whitney. I probably see her like a few times a year. I don't know why. I think it's because of like we never like we don't just like live like that close to each other. So it's like but but yeah, so that was really fun. I went out on a little datey date thing, I went out. Yeah, out. No, but I did go out and we had seafood. Pretty good. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I like shrimp. So that was really cool. Um it was just I don't know, like my week was filled with a lot of interesting stuff. Of course, like I said, I was able to go ahead and do the tragus piercings. I was able to do some earlobe piercings and able to do some nose piercings, which was real cool. If you guys are following me on TikTok or on Instagram, you guys have probably seen those. So that was really fun. But I did have one major hiccup, which was that I almost got hit by a car, and it ruined my whole day. So getting hit by a car is what got me into the position of being disabled anyways. Like I use a cane and everything like that when usually like when I'm having to walk and stuff like that. Um and like I have like chronic back pain, knee pain, always having swelling. It's tomfoolery. So I was almost hit by a car while crossing the street, which is exactly what happened to me 3 years ago. And it really just ruined my whole entire day. So it was a bad day, and I, like it was like I was in the middle of the crosswalk like 3 years ago. I was in the middle of that crosswalk, and the car was already there. Like I basically walked because I was supposed to walk. They were already stopped. Like everything was good. It all seemed normal. I'm 5'2", so I don't know if it's because the person didn't see me or if they just didn't care. But I was in the middle of the street, and then they decided to go. So like that ruined my whole day, and it was on Wednesday. Matter of fact, it was on Wednesday, and it was just bad. Like I didn't feel confident with my piercing that day. I just it was oh my God. Like, my body's starting to get hot just thinking about it. Like, I'm starting to sweat now. Okay. It was it was just bad. And then so I had bad piercings that day. It was 2 piercings that I had to do. They were just bad. And then when I was going back home, because I take 2 buses to get home. So what happened was when I was going back home, I got on the bus. So getting on the first bus wasn't bad. Um, but I decided to take that bus to Main Street. And the reason I wanted to do that is I want to get home as soon as possible because like the whole entire day I just felt like overwhelming, just everything was just like killing my body. So like I wanted to get home as soon as possible. So I took the bus to Main Street and I was like, okay, as soon as I get off the bus, the next bus is gonna come within 10 minutes. You know, within like 7 to 10 minutes. So when I got there, it was supposed to come in 7 minutes. Well, I was preparing to cross the street, yet again crossing the street, and I see the bus come to the bus stop. And so like I'm thinking, that's an earlier bus, stuff like that, because the bus wasn't supposed to get there until 7 minutes. And then the bus pulls off while I'm crossing the street. So that bus was actually the bus I had to take. So the bus came early and I missed it. I had to wait another 45 minutes. It was hot. It was hot as heck outside. I don't think that was one of the 105 days, but it was definitely in the 90s. Um, the For whatever reason on all the bus stops there's always red ants. So I was sitting there getting bit up by ants. My backpack had actually broke when I got off the bus anyways. So like there was that, like there was so much stuff. That part of Main Street, I'm not like, I don't live on that side of town, right? So like that part of Main Street is a little weird. I'm sitting up there scared of the kids walking by too. I'm scared of everybody. So like it was bad. It was a freaking bad day. I was just not having a good day. So eventually the bus comes. And what happened when the bus came? I got on. There was a guy talking to another guy. What, a guy talking to another guy? There's a guy talking to the bus driver, like standing at the part that they tell you be behind. He was standing in front of the yellow tape, not behind it. So obviously they were besties. And so like he's talking real loud and I'm just like bruh. Thankfully I had my headphones, right? But I couldn't find a song that made me feel good enough about the situation. So I was just so annoyed. Yeah. And then I eventually got off the bus. And then when I got home, it was so hot that day. When I got home, I was just out of it, and I didn't feel good at all, and it just was not a good day. Like I got home and just my whole entire body just hurt, and I felt like I was dying inside. So that was a sucky day. Like that was a really sucky day. I hated that day. Like I haven't had a bad day like that in a hot second. I was just so mad, and it made me want to quit. Like I really want to quit piercing. I actually was thinking about deleting this whole entire YouTube channel and everything. And people could probably say, "Oh, well, you're so over dramatic for that." But no, like just it's something different when you finally find something that you think is actually going to help you mentally progress with things and financially progress with some stuff, and then just the whole entire experiencing an actual PTSD episode will put you to the depths of your soul where you don't want to do anything anymore. And that's exactly what happened. And it just whew, it was like the whole entire day was just trash. But the next day was a whole lot better. Next day was a whole lot better. Um, Wait, no, that was a Tuesday. And then Wednesday was good. So that was on a Tuesday and then Wednesday was good. But yeah, so that was like pretty much my week. That was pretty much my week. It just this video is definitely long. No edits today, guys. Sorry. Like, no quick edits cuz I don't feel like it. Wait, are we going to have edits? Huh. You know, I wonder if I should start I think maybe I should start adding different videos inside of this video so like people could see like what I'm talking about and stuff, but I'll definitely make sure I make some like YouTube shorts and everything of that nature, but maybe I could start adding the actual like vlog material like where I was recording at, just go ahead and add that within the video. I think I'll start doing that on next week. But yeah, so that was just how my week went. And I do want to actually start being able to do the daily vlogs. I think I might be up for it this upcoming week. I'm going to try to see if I'll be up for it. It's just kind of a lot because I have to use my cane when I'm walking. So it's just, and it's been like extremely hot outside. Like my phone has been like super hot. So it's just kind of like just getting adjusted to being able to go ahead and record myself. So I do go to and from the shop by myself. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and have that figured out and stuff. I also want to be able to like add more of my non-piercing adventures that I just so happen to probably take. I don't take a lot of adventures, but like, you know, anytime I just go out the house or something. And then even like think about some kind of content, like topics that I want to talk about when I'm inside. So yeah, so hopefully next week we get some more content rolling in. I'm feeling a lot better about this upcoming week because I think I might have certain things like physically and mentally prepared for me to make content and for me to, you know, do piercing and everything. Because this is coming up on week 3. So I think I might have the hang of it. I'm just going to see. But yeah, this thing is aggravating my last soul. But yeah, so that was my week. And I hope that you guys do enjoy the content. I know this video may not be as positive as everybody wants it to be, but it's just how my week went. You know, I would love it to be all positive. I feel like there's a positive outcome in the end, but just like kind of like that bad day kind of just like sucked. Like it just sucked me dry. But everything else was good. So either way, it still ended on a good note. So like I got my piercing kit on Wednesday, so it still ended on a good note, you know. So yeah, so I think that that's pretty cool. And yeah, I hope to see you guys on the next video. Next video probably won't be as long, so I'm so sorry for you guys having to hear me rant. So yeah, so enjoy the rest of your week, and tomorrow is Sunday. It is the first day of my apprentice week. So let's hope that we get some content in tomorrow. Also, like I guess I'll put my TikTok information, stuff like that in the description too. So see you guys on the next video.